Welcome, everybody. My name is Kason Miller. This is an overview of a leisure life and a little bit about who we are as a company. I'm the vice president, and we want to thank you for taking the time to come and learn a little bit about a leisure life tonight. You were invited here by a friend, associate, a colleague, and what we wanted to do is stimulate your imagination, share with you some thoughts, some ideas, a little bit about our concept, our business model, and what a leisure life offers that hopefully can benefit you and your family and those around you from one way or another. So we'll be done hopefully in the next few minutes, but we appreciate your time and attention, and we don't take it for granted. Let me talk to you a little bit about a leisure life as we just jump right into it. Okay, the right company at the right time. One of the things that I want to talk about is kind of the starting, the beginning, the infancy of a leisure life. The company started in 2012 by three different co-founders that have over 75 years of experience in this given industry. Now, what we have is extensive leadership within the travel and tourism industry. Give kind of some highlights before we dive into what our product is tonight. Over 200,000 different condos, 15,000 different cruise lines, and millions of different hotel rooms all across the world that people can access. So let's just kind of give you a highlight of what that is, and you can kind of see what the membership is for individuals. So one of the things that I wanted to highlight as well is who is behind the company. Let me give you an idea of who are some of the three people that started. These are the three founders: Kim Ramash, Brian Hafen, and David Harnisher. David Harnisher, right there in the middle, he's managed an organization with $54 million in revenue. The managing director of the Children's Miracle Network. He's built organizations in the insurance business. He's currently the president of a leisure life, holding the fort down on a day-to-day basis. So Brian Hafen, the picture next to him, Brian Hafen is the chief marketing officer currently with a leisure life, a co-founder. He managed a marketing budget of over $400 million as the senior director of marketing for Wyndham Worldwide. In one of the largest travel and leisure accommodations industry. Kim Ramash was the executive vice president that managed and ran that company that did over $880 million, over 700 employees in his charge. One thing that I wanted to share with you is what the vision is for a leisure life. People ask me that almost on a daily basis through text, email, three-way phone calls, different meetings that I have around the country, and they ask, what's the vision for a leisure life? Well, most people want that in a monetary number, like, well, the company, our vision is we want to be a $20 billion company, or we want to have so many millionaires, or we want whatever. And they're all monetary. Why are those all monetary? They're monetary because we look at Wall Street, we look at the NASDAQ, we look at the financial institutions of the world, and everything that they judge and they measure is based off of quarterly reports. Is the stock or profits up, or are they down? Are we growing or not? And that's how they measure whether the company's doing good or not. We like to associate ourselves with the leisure life as more of as we're a family. We're growing something for long term. And how do you measure that in numbers and data? What that means is, obviously, that's transferred into some sort of number. But let me read you what our vision is to create a global organization through teamwork, mentorship, support, empowering individuals to create a profitable leisure life business. So what that means from you as a standpoint is, how do you translate that into a dollar amount? Well, you've got to be able to see that vision before it can translate into what that goal is. Henry Ford talked about that when people asked him what his vision was and how did he come up with the Model T or the Model A, that the first automobile. He said, if I asked the people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses. Meaning that the vision of the public at the time of Henry Ford, they couldn't comprehend an automobile. So what does a leisure life mean? If you put things in place, by default, you will become a multi $100 million company, a billion, multi-billion dollar company. And those things take time to mature. And that's one of the things that these three founders and the executive team and the leaderships in the affiliate field are committed to doing, is building that process. Let me talk to you a little bit about, as we move forward into the product, into the travel industry. Okay, what is the leisure and travel industry? It's an $8 trillion market. And if you ask individuals, hey, what would you like to do if time or money weren't limiting factors? Most people would say, I'd want to travel. That means that almost 80% of the $8 trillion spent globally in the travel industry is for personal leisure, for pleasure. It's not business related. It's not traveling for work. Okay. The other thing that I want to point out here is that the travel industry it's a rapidly growing and expanding industry. By this time, experts and economists predict that by 2025, not too far away from now, that the industry will double, which means if you want to be a part of a growing market, then that means that growth of that expanding market makes your job easier and your opportunity bigger in that. That's what creates an unlimited opportunity. Some of the slogans and taglines that a leisure life have are make memories that matter. Think about that. Making memories that matter. You might not have remembered what you got for Christmas last year, 2 years ago, or 5 years ago, but you remember and almost every detail about that family vacation or the last trip vacation that you went on, where you stayed, how long you stayed, what are the fun things you did. You remember those pictures. When people walk into a home or an office, they look around at the decorations of pictures, and most of the time those pictures are highlighting different events and trips and things that are important to those individuals. A lot of them are spending time with loved ones. Okay? I like when you talk, people go to personal growth seminars and training seminars, and a lot of them talk about, have a dream and have a goal and have a vision of when you're making all this money, the lifestyle that you can have. That's exactly what a leisure life's product is being able to experience that lifestyle at a discounted rate. So a leisure life's membership covers, over 5,000 beautiful resort and accommodations all across the world, 200,000 plus different luxury condominiums in over 100 countries, millions of hotel rooms worldwide, all the major cruise lines at any given time, 10 to 15,000 different cruise itineraries in our cruise portal, hundreds and hundreds of different excursions, and thousands of discounts on high-end merchandising and name brand items. Okay? Let me give you an idea. This is what the membership of a leisure life covers. Okay? Why do I say membership? Because it's not a product. It's a membership. Like Sam's Club. Anybody can go in. It's open to the general public. But if you want to buy something, you need to have that membership. It's like Costco. Anybody can go in and walk around. But when rubber meets the road of actually purchasing something, then you got to have that membership card to get access to it. Okay? A gym membership. You can go in and look at a gym, but to actually lift the weights, you need a membership. Okay? This membership of a leisure life gives you discounts on all kinds of different things, from hotels, rental cars, flights, dining, entertainment, local restaurants, nationwide restaurants, retail items, online shopping and purchases, an exclusive airfare booking portal, prepackaged vacations and getaways, cruises, condo resorts, all over the country, all over the world, thousands of different options to choose from, a personal concierge service where and that's like a personal assistant being able to book trips for you and you not have the hassle of worrying about that. Okay, talking about fantasy getaways, you want those once in a lifetime trips that might cost somebody $10, $20, $30,000 in a package. You can get all of those at discounts, pennies on the dollar with a Leisure Life. Let me give you an idea of some of the savings that you can get with a Leisure Life. Somebody might be asking, okay, I get that there's a discount program, but what makes a Leisure Life any different or any better than Travelocity or Orbitz or Expedia or Priceline or Hotels.com or any of those discount websites? Great question. Let me answer that with accuracy. Number one, those are public domain websites. They are on the World Wide Web as a public domain, which means anybody, anywhere, can look at those deals anytime they want. Okay? A Leisure Life is a private domain. It's a private membership that you need to have the membership access to see those deals. Okay? Now, here is the Bellagio. If you wanted to take 2 nights and stay in the Bellagio in Las Vegas, there's only one Bellagio in Las Vegas. You look at it at any dates. You look at how much per night on Expedia, how much per night on Priceline, same resort, same location, same dates, and you're going to get about $350 per night. A Leisure Life is $256 per night, saving you almost $100 per night. That over 2 nights would be $200 in savings just on your hotel at the Bellagio. Or look at Myrtle Beach in South Carolina. You want 2 nights in Myrtle Beach, right there on beachfront property. Myrtle Beach in South Carolina, you're looking at the Westgate right there on the beach. Okay, gorgeous property. Expedia and Priceline, $98 and $99 per night. A Leisure Life's price is $44.12 per night, saving you $100 per night, or for that trip. Okay, $50 per night. This is where the big one comes in. You look at the Holiday Inn Resort, formerly the Nickelodeon Resort in Orlando. This is a full-service water park hotel. It's they've got king rooms, suites, all kinds of different stuff. Right close down to Disney down in Orlando. Amazing property. You look at Expedia for the full week, 7 days, 7 nights there. The full week's going to cost you roughly around $100 per night, plus some taxes. That means you're spending $1,075 on Expedia. Priceline, same week, same weekend, same trip, same resort, $1,053 on the public domain. A Leisure Life, $298 for a 3-bedroom suite in a condo. That means you got a fully furnished kitchen, bathroom, multiple bedrooms. You've got all kinds of the amenities. You've got washer, dryer. You've got all the stuff that you would need if you were at home, but in a condo. Dishwasher, doing laundry for the full week for less than $300. Okay, that's an amazing deal. Let's look at some incredible deals that are just going to blow your mind. What about going down, into the mountains in Nevada, or going down to Cabo San Lucas or Mazatlan in Mexico in a condo, 1 bedroom or a 2-bedroom studio or a standard room? Imagine being able to do those for less than $160 for the whole week. $155, $175 for the full week. That's not per night. That's not per person. That's not per day. That's for the full week. These are some ideas of some of the condo deals that our members get access to all the time. Okay, let me highlight all the different features that an individual gets with the Leisure Life membership. When you log into the portal, you're going to see all kinds of different things in the menu. On the left side of your screen, you're going to have discounts from all kinds of things like beauty and fragrance, offices, location, Canada specific, to your country or your region. Things like electronics, flowers, send flowers to that loved one, for just no reason at all at a discount price. Health and wellness, home and family, beauty products, sporting, tickets, events, apparel, clothing, all kinds of different things as you look at that menu. Okay, on events, at theme park tickets, 30-40% off. You see Knott's Berry Farm, okay, up to almost 60% off a ticket price. Shows, concerts, all kinds of different things that you have access to, not just travel and vacations, but also stuff that you do for entertainment and leisure. Let me give you some name brands as discounts in the merchandising portal. Apparel like Nikes and Steve Madden's, Express, Tom's, New Balance, Nordstrom's, Fossil, Levi's, Carhartt. Those are brand name products that their products are available in our merchandise portal at discounts to our members. For, home, you got Lowe's, Target, Barnes & Noble, Pier 1, Bed Bath & Beyond, Xfinity, Walmart. Technology products, you've got Fitbits and Best Buy, Samsung, Sprint, JBL, Microsoft, Panasonic, HP, Canon. All kinds of different top name brand merchandise that's available. You've got food items from places like Costco, GNC, IHOP, See's Candy, Dunkin' Donuts, gift cards, HelloFresh, Applebee's, and all of these different brands and more, just to name a few for sake of time tonight, okay? When you log into our dining portal, you can look at the zip code and the address, and you can find local places. These are not name brand, major food or major restaurant chains, but in your different region, in your area, you'll be able to find these in any of the major cities and even the small ones where you can get gift cards. $6 for a $15 gift card. $4 for a $10 gift card at restaurants around your local area. For restaurants and gift cards, things that you're going to do on a regular basis. They're amazing. You can get access to all of this with a couple of different packages. A Premier membership, it is a $289.99 startup and a $99.99 membership fee. And that membership fee occurs on a month-to-month basis. There's no contract. There's no cancellation fee to quit. And it gives you that access to everything that we've covered. I want to draw your attention to that personal concierge and give you a personal story. Last year, my wife and I, we went on numerous trips. We've got young kids. We took them to Disneyland several times last year. And we stayed right across the street from the Disneyland resort. We were literally, I could throw my car keys from my hotel room right into the Disneyland property. So we were right across the street. When I say right across the street, I literally mean that. I can give you the address and show you that. But when all of those trips, we booked those trips about 2 to 3 weeks in advance from the day that we actually left. We didn't spend hours, online looking for places. We made one phone call to the personal concierge. We told them where we wanted to stay. They emailed us back with a list of hotels on that road, on that street, and they said, here are the price points per which one we wanted. We picked the one that we wanted, and they said, do you want to book that or do you want us to book it? We have all your information because you're already a member of A Leisure Life, and we can book that and reserve that for you right now. And in every case, we were on the phone for less than 5 minutes for every single one of those calls combined. And we had several trips, okay? We stayed at some of the places right across the street for less than $75 per night for our whole Disney trip, okay? So that concierge it's a masterpiece. They'll work wonders for your trip and save you countless hours online. The Premier Plus package, the only difference between the two, between $289 and $499, is the $499 package comes with, when you join, a 2-night all-inclusive trip to one of 5 different choices of destinations. And those destinations are on our website, aleisureLife.com. You can look at where those places are. One of 5 different locations to choose from in Mexico, the Dominican Republic, or the Bahamas. And, not or, and a 7-night condo stay at up to 3,000 different locations to choose from. 7 nights. All you do is take care of the taxes and the resort fees for the location and dates that you pick. And the all-inclusive, you can upgrade that on your own if you choose. Those are included. That's $2,500 of vacations on us of A Leisure Life that you're getting when you join as a Premier Plus member. Think about the benefits of becoming a Premier Plus and what you're getting, okay? You're getting access to elite marketing tools, training, membership, support, all of the things that you would need to run and operate a top-notch, multi-million-dollar business, access to residual income and bonuses, leverage through generational income, a personal website for you to manage your business, both from a marketing standpoint and from an accounting standpoint. You've got no overhead, no employees. Where else could you partner with a multi-million-dollar company in a multi-trillion-dollar industry for less than $500 and have access decades and decades of years of experience? And you can partner with that day one when you join as A Leisure Life. Think about what that looks like. Okay, here would be a quick start guide for you. If you can follow directions, meaning if you can paint, you give most people a business, most people fail. Why? They don't have a system to follow. Let me give you a system to follow. That wonderful painter on TV that has a beard, paints gorgeous landscapes, and he just makes it look so easy. You know that guy on television that I'm talking about? If you look at most people, you give them paint and a canvas, you're going to get a mess. No different. You give most people a business, you're going to get them a mess. But if you break down that canvas into itty bitty little squares, paint green in the 1s, orange in the 2s, blue in the 3s, red in the 4s, and break that whole canvas, that whole picture down in itty bitty little spaces, itty little bit of circles, can you follow a paint by number code? And now you could paint a masterpiece. And this is what that looks like. Okay, here's green in the 1s. You become an A Leisure Life member. You start using the discounts. You take a trip. You develop your own story. You say this is all hypothetical based upon if you came in at the Premier Plus. You've now earned a 2-night all-inclusive trip and a 7-night condo stay. You've got a getaway for you and a loved one. You've got a family vacation or you and multiple people to go on the condo trip. You're starting to develop your story. Okay, so you started. That's the first process of anything, is to start. Number 2 is share. As you now share this, you share our website, you share your videos, you can text a friend, call them up, email them. I mean, the great thing about this business is it's digital, so it can go so fast. You share this with people. You're not limited to 3, but let's say you shared it with 3 people, and they joined at the Premier Plus affiliate package just like you. They watched some information like this. They came to our website. They looked at some material. You would make a $200 CAB. That CAB stands for Customer Acquisition Bonus. For every individual that you'd sign up at the $200 or at the Premier Plus package, you would make a $200 bonus every single time. Those bonuses are paid on a weekly basis. Every single time you refer somebody at that package, you'd make a $200 bonus. When you refer 3 people in a calendar month, say November to November, April to April, or January to January, August to August, doesn't matter what month, but from the first to the end of that month, if you shared it with 3 people in that calendar month, you would make a U3 bonus. That U3 bonus in this example of 3 Premier Plus affiliates is an additional $150. That means you, in one given month, by sharing it with only 3 people, made $750 by starting and sharing it with people. We haven't even talked about any advanced stuff, just by painting green in the ones and orange in the twos. Now think about as you go to paint blue in the threes, and this is where you do step 3. This is where you're starting to build a profit center now. And the profit center is by teaching the 3 people that you referred how to do steps 1 and steps 2 and repeat it. And as you repeat it and you help 3 people earn a U3 bonus or have 3 people that they've shared it with themselves, you now have a business generating a $1,350 monthly residual income. What that would look like is perfectly position you for a U3-3 structure. You shared it with 3, and they've shared it with 3. And when you have your volume requirement, you'll make that $1,350 bonus every single month. That's exciting, okay? And it starts to position you. Let me share with you how these customer acquisition bonuses work for a minute. Okay, at the Premier member, there's different ranks when you join a Leisure Life and you do different amounts of work. As you hit a higher rank in a Leisure Life, you'll make more money when you sign up somebody. So let's say I was a Ruby, okay, and I signed up my friend John as a Premier member for $289. I would make $109 when he signed up, because I'm the direct sign up. If somebody in my team, I've got a team of say 10 or 20 people in my organization, and if one of them signed up John, and let's say they were a quartz, they would make $63. And if I am a Ruby and let's say there's nobody else, for simplicity, there's nobody else other than me and John in this case scenario, okay? Then that means I would make an overriding bonus, an overriding code of both the Emerald and Sapphire and my rank of Ruby as an override code when John signed up. I would make both the 18, the 50, or all 3, 18, 15, and $13 bonuses on a weekly basis. So these codes, these bonuses allow you to start generating a significant amount of money on a weekly basis by referring people yourself and helping others in your organization refer people. Okay, at the Premier Plus package, the $499, every individual makes a $200 bonus, and that maximizes the code and the override commission that's paid out there. So there's multiple ways for you to start generating income as you start to build a team. What I want to highlight here in getting ready to close and wrapping up, residual income, what is it worth? Okay, we've just got done talking about bonus money. That one thing that's great about bonus money is when it comes, we love it. That's why they call it a bonus. But it doesn't come every month. You can't count on it every month. Residual income is doing work one time and getting paid over and over and over for that work. Okay, that's why sometimes bankers and investment bankers and financial institutions, they call residual income interest income, because a lot of times if you have so much interest or stocks, bonds, mutual funds, or equities in an investment account, it collects some sort of growth, an interest rate. Let me give you an example of how much money you would need to generate residual income or interest income in a real life scenario, you would need $48,000 in the bank at 5% interest, or in an investment account, IRA, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, or any other scenario. You would need that much money in that account collecting 5% interest, and that interest would earn you $200 a month in monthly income. Okay? To make $400 a month residually in interest income, residual income, is equivalent of having $100,000 cash liquid in the bank collecting 5% interest. Okay? $5,000 a month is worth $1.2 million cash, stocks, bonds, or mutual funds or equities collecting you 5% interest. I'm not talking about the value of real estate. I'm talking about what the equity, the part that's owned, paid for. So when somebody's making $10,000, people ask in a leisure life, he or she is making $10,000 a month. Wow, that's a lot of money, some people say. No, what's it worth? It's worth $2.4 million in the bank collecting 5% interest. That means that what you're building with a leisure life is far more valuable than just a paycheck. It's actually worth something. Let me give you an idea of what the residual income looks like, okay? We have these structure bonuses in a leisure life. The structure bonuses are the U3-1. When you've referred it to 3 people and they come in as a member, and they've referred it to 3 people and they come in as a member, when you have 580 points in commissionable volume, overall volume, and that lies on levels 1 and 2. That's what SV, structure volume 2. That's how many levels you have to get that structure. That means you recruited somebody who falls on a level 1. They recruit somebody who falls on a level 2. SV2, that means you need 580 points in volume. That residual commission check every month for maintaining that is $400. What is this little pod, this little business worth? It's worth equivalent of $100,000 in the bank collecting 5% interest every single month. That's what that's equivalent to. So when somebody just gets started in a leisure life and they've just got a little bit of a business and they're just getting going, people say, how much money are you making? And I'm only making $400. Only? What is it worth? That's $400 a month that you worked for, not working for. There's a big difference. Big difference. And the difference is that how long would it take you to earn $100,000, let alone save $100,000 to put in the bank? That's what you've just done. We have people doing this in their first week to 30 days all the time. That's pretty much what, if somebody's wanting to get after this and build a business, that's pretty much what this looks like in your first 30 days. Share this with a handful of people. You find 3 that will do it. Share it with a handful more. They're gonna find 3 or 4 people to do it, and you're perfectly positioned. Okay. What does a team 2500 make? $1,350. What is that worth? That business is worth over $300,000 in the bank. $300,000 collecting interest at 5%. That's $16,000+ a year. I mean, that's a part-time job for some people. It could be a full-time job for others. And that's where things start getting exciting. You've got a team of less than 35 people to generate that type of a volume, and it's starting to pay you a residual income. This is not counting any bonus money here. This is just the residual income for the memberships you've acquired and maintained. Director 10K is where things start getting exciting. $2,100 a month, every single month. How do you get to 10K? Here's your roadmap to get to 10K. Find 3 people that want to go out and make $1,350. Well, how do you get to $1,350? Find 3 people that want to go and make $400 extra bucks a month. That's it. Help 3 people go get to team 2,500, and you'll be a 10K making $2,100 a month on a residual basis. Keep in mind, what's that worth? Experts and analysts and business extraordinaires say that $1 of residual income is worth 3 you have to work for. That means that if you were making $3 million or $15,000 a month working, you could have the same exact lifestyle making $5,000 a month passively, not working. Pro 4, a director 35K, $5,000 a month of residual income, maintaining the team that you have. Notice how every one of these things is the exact same structure. You just have more people and more volume. So everything is all in the beginning, is getting it right, building a solid foundation from day one. Okay, if you can build a brick, you can build a city. And people always ask me, Kaysen, how do you get to these big bonus checks, the $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month bonus checks in network marketing and in business? How do you get there? Here's how. One step at a time. One step at a time. How do you get to Director 75K? All Director 75K is a whole bunch of, a whole bunch of U31s all over the place. That's it. That's it. That's how you do it. Here's the secret. Here's your roadmap for 75K, making $10,000 a month. What's that worth, first of all? This business at $10,000 a month is worth $2.4 million in the bank, collecting 5% interest. But here's your roadmap to getting 75K. Go find 3 people with a dream in their heart to be free. What does be free mean? To get to a residual point where they want to be making $5,000 or $10,000 a month. Go find 3 people to help them get to Director 35K, and you'd be set. I want to show this last slide for those big dreamers and those big thinkers out there. Somebody that might be saying, all right, Kaysen, okay, you've shown me how normal people can go out and make some good money. What about that big hitter? What about that person that, man, they think, he or she thinks I'm going to kill this? You want to make $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month or more? Here's your roadmap. You want to help 3 people in each one of these different channels become a 75K. What does that look like? Now, 75K is what we just showed you. Okay? Help 3 people in each one of those groups become a 75K. And you'll make all kinds of money. Okay? You'll make all kinds of money. $35,000 a month on a residual basis. What's that worth from a financial standpoint? That's a lot of money. Let's wrap up here in closing. Okay? It all comes down to being able to follow a system, building a business. Can you build a brick? You can build a city. The All 7 system talks to you about personal growth and training and things, but it's attached to the compensation plan. That means that in order for you to grow and develop into a $5,000 a month business or a $10,000 a month business or maybe even a $2,000 a month business, to get to that point and sustain it, you have to personally grow and stretch like a rubber band. When you pull a rubber band out of a bag, it's got its circumference, its diameter. When you pull it and stretch it, it never shrinks back. This is what the system does, is it expands you so that you are capable of becoming what it is that you want to become, so that you can keep the money that you make and learn how to invest it and develop it and train others through a series of webinars like these, tools, events, training platforms, personal training, leadership development, financial literacy. That's a big one. I know tons of people that can make lots of money, but keeping it, that's a different story. We train on that through personal coaching and personal business mentorship so that you can be able to sustain what you build and be able to have it last for generations to come. That's how you create that income to last. I asked the question when we started, what would you do if you had more time? If you had more time, what would you do? Where would you go? Would you go hiking in the woods? Would you go ski the exotic ski resorts? Would you go hiking and go stick your toes in beaches on the sand? Or where would you go if you had more time? I ask people that all over the world, and they always come up with different answers that are important to them. And then I'll follow up with a question and say, well, why don't you? And they say, I don't have the money. I don't have the money. Why don't you have the time? I'm too busy working. I'm too busy working. How do you get more money? We've just shown you a way. If you can get more money and more time so that you can travel the world to the exotic locations and do it at discount prices, you can maybe upgrade your living expenses or experience that leisure life, doing more while spending less, making memories that matter, do the things that you'd want to do, but you never had the time or the money to do. That's what a leisure life is about you being able to get more time and more money in your life so that you can gain your life back, so that you can have complete and utter control over your future. That's what we wanted to share with you with a leisure life. It's about reinventing vacations. It's about reinventing a situation for you to do more and spend less. I want to thank you for your time and attention to be on our webinar tonight. I highly encourage you to ask the questions. Get the questions that you have answered. Ask the individual that referred you to this webinar tonight and to this information if you're reviewing the recording. To look at their website, watch some more videos, explore more. The closer you look at a leisure life, the more excited you'll become. If it doesn't appear that way, then don't do it. But if the closer you look, the more excited you become, welcome aboard. We want to welcome you as the newest member of a leisure life, and we want to help you build and design an extraordinary life. Success is a choice. Success is a decision. I encourage you to get the materials and get the information that you need to make the choice and make the decision to design and create your extraordinary life. Thank you so very much for your time and attention tonight. This webinar is officially over. Have a great night, everybody.